Okay, folks, hello. This is Mike. I'm back with another review. This time it's a review of my Klipsch 450 watt powered subwoofer. And this subwoofer has a 10-inch subwoofer driver in it. And for just being a 10-inch speaker, it really shakes the house. It's really powerful. And I know that you can get bigger subwoofers. Obviously, there's so many of them on the market. And but this particular one is very powerful for what we need it for. It, as I mentioned, it has 450 watts of power amplifier in it, and it's actually more than enough for what we need in our home. Our room here actually is not really that big. This is in our bedroom, basically, with our entertainment center in here, and it more than enough provides a lot of subwoofer sound for our small room. We have another entertainment center downstairs in our living room, and we also have another Klipsch subwoofer just like this one. And I had to do a little bit of placement for this speaker because we used to have it over in this corner over there where this fan is sitting. Unfortunately, it was giving a lot of rattle. There was something, it was making something rattle on the wall or something. And it was very annoying. And so they say, of course, speaker placement is very important, and particularly subwoofer placement. So, we had to find out where the best place was. So we moved it over to this side of the room. We just got it sitting on a desk drawer here. And of course, we didn't want it to rattle on top of the desk drawer, so we put a towel on it to minimize anything like that. And it's been working pretty good, very good, as a matter of fact, compared to where it was sitting. So, as I mentioned, this has a 10-inch woofer in it, subwoofer, and I know, of course, there are so many sizes of subwoofers that you can get with different size speakers. Klipsch also makes, they make subwoofers with 12-inch speakers. They make them with, 15-inch woofers, I'm sure. Those are for much bigger rooms than we have here. The rooms that we are having these in are, as I mentioned, moderately sized. So this 10-inch subwoofer that's in this is, as I said, more than enough, has enough subwoofer sound to it. It really kicks, it shakes the house, rattles the walls, earthquake sounding subwoofer sound. And the back here is kind of typical for the controls on a subwoofer. You probably can't see it very well. The light isn't very good. Let's see if I can light it up a little bit better here. Okay, here you have your two plugins, your RCA inputs that you can route it back from behind your receiver, which that's the way I have it set up. Or you can have it set. You have a couple of speaker terminal lines there that you can put just bare wires onto. But and then of course you have on the top there you have the on and off switch, and below it you have the phase switch, which we don't need. That's for if you have two subwoofers set up in the same system. And then of course below that you have your volume, and then below that you have your low pass knob for setting it to whichever you know, you have 80 hertz, 120 hertz, 150 hertz, and down at the very bottom you have 40 hertz. So anyway, I'm going to play a little sample. I have a movie soundtrack that I'm going to play so you can hear what it sounds like. And as I mentioned, it really shakes the house. It's very good sounding. And so here I'm going to go ahead and start this.
Need reinforcements. We haven't been able.
Okay, anyway, I'm hoping that translated okay through the little microphone I'm using. I have a lapel microphone that plugs straight into my phone, and I can record from it. It's a lapel mic, and it sounds really good. I'm hoping that that sound reproduced through this microphone okay. I did another review of another product, and it sounded pretty good through it. I would not record this using my phone microphone. I mean, even though it's a good sounding microphone on my Android, but I've got a Galaxy S7 Edge, and the microphone on it's okay, but it's not the best, you know. So I wanted to make sure that the sound was recorded good enough so that you could hear it. If the best way to hear this is going to be probably through headphones, or if you plug it through a good sounding stereo, you can hear what I recorded. So anyway, as you could hear, it sounds really, really good. I didn't even have it turned up very loud, which of course in this size of room, you don't really have to have it up that loud. But if we wanted it to be loud, it would definitely fit the bill along with the rest of our surround sound system that we have. I'd seen a lot of other videos where people they like to demonstrate how the subwoofer speaker just vibrates the hell out of it when they have a really strong subwoofer signal going through it. And they like to show it vibrating the speaker itself, and then they put a piece of paper back in the sound hole, and they like to show it vibrating the heck out of the paper. You know, I don't really see the need for that. I think it's best to be able to demonstrate what it sounds like in a theater type of mode where you're watching a movie and you can hear how well the subwoofer sounds that way, which, you know, I'm sure the speaker, if you want to see it vibrating and you want to see how the, you know, the air comes out of the sound hole, that's okay. But I prefer a real world type of a review where you can just listen to how it sounds in a movie theater experience. Which, you know, I mean, that's similar to going through to a movie. And the movie theaters, of course, they have the top-notch speaker system. You know, they have the 7.1 channel surround sound and everything. We've got a 5.1 channel surround sound here in our upstairs entertainment center. And downstairs, it's the same thing. Anyway, but this is my review of my Klipsch 450 watt powered subwoofer